to all you early birds. I've been debating on if I wanted to make this vlog or not, but I know it'll drive me crazy if I don't, because I'm opinionated. Anybody that knows me, they know that I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. I have been my whole life, and definitely more so since he passed away. Growing up, or in my teenage years, early 20s, I didn't really believe that Michael Jackson was guilty of all of these many charges that he's been accused of. But once I had my own child, and once I got older, you start to see things differently. And you start to see more clear. And you start to question, well, me as a parent, would I be okay with this grown-ass man always being around these children? Would I leave my kid alone with him? And my answer to both of those questions, hell to the fuck no. And even though I'm a huge fan, do I think that he is innocent? No, I do not. You would have to be blind to think otherwise. It's so many things that point to him being a child molester, him being a pedophile, and I absolutely, without a doubt, believe that he is. Does that change how I feel about it? As the best to ever do it? No. But do I think he was a monster? Hell yeah. Do I think he was a pedophile? Hell yeah. Do I think that he was sick and needed help? Hell yeah. There's no way that me as a mother that I would have left my son alone with him for 1 second. I mean, it's crazy to me that a grown-ass man felt the need to be around all these children. That in itself, they're not your family. You don't know them. That's unhealthy. Holding hands with these kids, and then to be a dumbass and admit they sleep in my bed. No kids that are not blood related to you have any business being in your bed. There's something wrong with that. Kids don't lie about things like that. They just don't. And you could just, from the outside looking in, you can see how unhealthy it was. And I don't care about this, they found no evidence. This is Michael Jackson. You don't think that he was smart enough to hide all the evidence? Correct me if I'm wrong, did they not find child porn in Neverland? And did one of the kids not describe how his penis looked? How in the hell would a kid know how his penis looked if they never saw it? And then for sure, after watching the HBO documentary, that just added fuel to the fire for me. It was so graphic, so detailed. There's no way that these kids are lying. And there's no way that multiple kids or multiple adults now are gonna say the same thing. If it was one or two, be like, okay, maybe they're lying. But it's too many. So I don't buy it. Like, I think he was a monster. I think he was a pedophile. I think he was sick. I think it was disgusting. I don't care who you are. You're a pedophile. Period. You can be the greatest entertainer of all time. He still was a fucking pedophile. And I'm still gonna rock his music when I feel like it. I'm still gonna be a big fan. And he's still a pedophile. He's still a child molester. And that's just how I feel. And nothing that nobody says is gonna change that. MJ fam, y'all can come for me. Doesn't matter. I said what I said. I meant what I said. And I say what I mean. So I just wanted to speak on this really quick. Michael Jackson was a fucking monster. Abso-fucking-lutely. I left something out of the first part of this, so. And I know y'all are gonna say, but he was found not guilty. I don't give a fuck what he was found. That does not change how I feel. And like, let's be honest. Like, let's just sit here and have a heart-to-heart, a one-on-one conversation. Who the fuck don't know who Michael Jackson is? Let me just ask you that first of all. Who don't know who he is? Who was not or is not a fan of his at some point in their life? So 9 times out of 10, all those jurors were fans of his. And who is gonna find Michael Jackson guilty? and they probably was a fan of his since they were kids. Let's just put that out there. Ain't nobody questioning that. Even though jurors are not supposed to be biased, their verdict is not supposed to be personal, but that's not real life. That's not how emotions work. And I'm pretty sure every single one of those jurors were a fan. So they're not going to find him guilty. And just like with R. Kelly, I absolutely believe Michael Jackson probably paid him off. But that's never going to come out because his lawyers they covered his tracks back then and they covering his tracks now. I guarantee you, he probably paid off the judge too. But ain't nobody going to talk about nothing like that. Money, and when you're the biggest entertainer of any lifetime, and when every juror was probably a fan, they're not going to find you guilty anyway. Just because you are who you are and they feel how they feel about you, and not to mention you paid them to find you not guilty and you paid the judge to go along with it. Let's just keep it all the way honest here. He was not stupid. He was not as naive as he made everybody think he was. He was a manipulative child molester who knew how to get what he wanted, who knew that he could pay people off, who knew that money could pay your way out of a lot of things. There are crooked ass judges that can be paid off. There are crooked ass jurors that can be paid off. Money talks, bullshit walks, and that's facts. So I don't give a damn what he was found. He's guilty as hell. And that's why he went through so much shit in life. Because he was out here doing what the fuck he was doing to them little boys. God made him pay. That's why he went through all the hell he went through. Because God knew what he was doing and he punished his ass. You're going to pay for the things you do before you leave this earth. And he paid tremendously. And he had nobody to blame but himself. And that's why his ass ain't been able to rest in these almost 10 years since he died. You out here doing the shit he was doing, you're never going to get no peace in life or death. And there's nobody to blame but himself. He had no childhood. How many celebrities started out as kids? Didn't have normal childhoods? Like, that excuse just don't fly with me. And I don't see how it flies with anybody else. He wasn't the first child star, and he damn sure ain't gonna be the last. So that excuse, it doesn't fly. There are plenty of people who were child stars long before he was ever born, and they didn't go out there and do the shit he did because they're not sick like he was. You can't use that as an excuse. I don't buy that either. I don't buy none of it. He was a sick ass human being. And that's just what it is. But it's not all his fault. The parents, they're absolutely to blame. Because what parent would allow their kid to stay with a grown ass man who's not family, who they don't know? Parent would allow their kid to be alone with this man. And after accusation came out and these new kids came, what parent would allow that, even if they didn't believe that he was guilty, but just based off of the accusations? You got to be smarter than that as parents. And as parents, we're supposed to protect our kids and not put them in harm's way. And these parents put their kids in harm's way. So they're absolutely to blame. Not as much as him, but they're to blame, because if they would have did better parenting their kids, it would have never happened. Because they would have been right there. And like I said, me with my kid, they wouldn't have left their kid alone with him for 1 second. I don't give a damn who he is. You would have used better judgment as a parent and said, there's no way in hell I'm going to leave my kid alone with you, not for 2 seconds. If my kid goes to the bathroom, I'm standing outside the bathroom door. They're to blame too. But like the boy said in the documentary, he groomed the parents too. But when you're weak-minded like these people were, he's God. So he can't do no wrong. Everything he says is right. Everything he does is right. That's to weak-minded parents. But to somebody like me, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck how great you are at what you do. My kid is everything. And there is no fucking way I'm gonna leave my kid alone with you for 2 fucking seconds, let alone my kid staying with you And let alone you ever been in a room alone with my kid. Hell fucking no. So that's the difference between a weak-minded parent and a parent that is going to put their kid first and would never put their kid in a predicament where anything bad could happen to the parent that knows better. He wouldn't have never been able to groom me. He wouldn't have never been able to manipulate me. Because the first time that his ass got too close to my kid, we throwing hands, buddy. It's not happening. I'm going to beat your ass. The fact that he chose boys, that's a sign. Like, you can't say, oh, he just, was so innocent. He just wanted to be around children. No, he wanted to be around little boys. He wasn't asking the parents of little girls, could they stay tonight? He wasn't letting little girls sleep in his bed. There's no little girls accusing him of anything. It's always boys. Like, come on, people. Wake the fuck up. Dude was sick. Paid everybody off. His lawyers covered his tracks. That part probably will never come out. And then, like I said, most people are not going to convict Michael Jackson. Like, that's just what it is. And we all know that. And then there comes the money. Crooked ass judges, crooked ass jurors. It happens every day when you got money. There are plenty of people that have paid for their freedom when they shouldn't be free. Money will always talk. Money will always run the world. Period. He was guilty. He paid for it. He gonna keep on paying for it. I don't feel sorry for him. He brought on himself. He was a nasty ass monster. And that's it. So until next time, bye.